What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on one of my favorite franchises, which is Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves, the Batman. I love this universe. So there is some major news going around about the Batman 2 potentially being delayed or being cancelled because of some news that has just come out. Also, we're going to talk about the Superman movie because there's some pretty cool information about the next trailer. Then also we're going to talk about the DCU's Batman, which I think DC should get a move on and get moving with it. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, much diverse pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know how freaking excited are you for the future of the Batman? Because we had the Penguin series that was fire, that's part of the Batman universe. Hopefully one day we might get to see the Batman 2. Also, how freaking excited are you to see, can James Gunn deliver with the Superman? Let's hope he can, lads and ladettes. Also, how freaking excited are you for DCU to get their own Batman? So, subscribe to the channel, let me know down below everything you're thinking. Also, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Also, I've got a channel over there where I can post certain things in the channel. We've got 750 members. It's pretty cool community over there, in my opinion. And also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. Right, let's get into it. So, the Batman 2 keeps getting delayed, right? It's currently delayed till 2027. So, recently, an article came out that states Robert Pattinson is going to be in, or he's very close to signing on to play a villain in Dune Messiah. Dune is the third movie in this franchise. It's a very freaking cool franchise. I really hope Robert Pattinson can make it work and we can get that. He's on an absolute roll. He has been. Literally. Anyone that says Robert Pattinson isn't a good actor, you don't watch real movies. His schedule is so busy. I'm actually going to troll a bit here, but it's not so busy. Why? Because a normal person gets in the UK is allowed 4 weeks to 5 weeks off a year. So a normal person works year round. Sure, not everyone does long days on like 15-hour days, sure. So he's currently filming Christopher Nolan's movie in Italy, Odyssey. Then apparently, if this happens, he will be shooting Dune Messiah. I really hope he is playing the villain. But to be fair, the article's a bit weak. But to be fair, Nexus Point News says they've been tracking this for several weeks and says he's either close to it, although Deadline reported the offer has not been made. Nexus Point News is really reliable. And if that is the case, that means that they would start shooting the Dune movie in the summer. Dune movie will shoot for 5 months, which will literally take us from July up to somewhere around November, right? And then based on his comments on Robert Pattinson's most recent movie, when he said they're hopefully going to start shooting at the end of 2025, otherwise, he's going to be an old man. And it's kind of funny in a roundabout way. Not the scenario. It's funny because his alliteration of this is supposed to be a younger Batman. Now, don't get me wrong. Robert Pattinson is still young. But if they don't start rolling soon, he's going to be 40. Which is not really an issue because he looks pretty young for his age. But it is kind of funny because the whole thing about this Batman is it's supposed to be a younger Batman. So the drama now is people assume this movie will be cancelled. Now, I know I'm said I'll be more positive. I am being a bit more positive, but I really think James Gunn or Pete Safran or David Zaslav, the CEO, needs to come out and be like, yo, the Batman 2, it's still happening. At CinemaCon, they should have said, yo, it's still happening. Just because we've got a 2027 release date, it realistically doesn't really mean a lot. But I am actually excited for Dune 3, which will start shooting in July. They're already in pre-production. Now, this is how we're going to be able to tell if the Batman 2 has actually been cancelled. So, I don't know if you know this, but every movie has to do pre-production before they start rolling. Now, pre-production doesn't just start a few weeks before they start to shoot. Pre-production starts 3 to 6 months. That's the time frame, right? That's how long it takes. There's so much you have to do in pre-production. The script basically has to be mostly done. Casting, crew hiring, location scouting, design, scheduling, budgeting. Everything that is going to come into fruition when they start shooting. So in order for this movie to start shooting at the end of the year, pre-production will have to start in the summer or by the end of the summer at the latest. Now, as I've said, I really want to see how deep we can go with Robert Pattinson's variation of Batman. And yes, There has been a lot of issues with the production, but realistically, it's been so freaking long since the last movie. 2021, I'm pretty sure, right? James Gunn debunked the fact that it's been delayed and cancelled and all this stuff. They keep talking about the script, but Andy Serkis has said, yeah, he knows what happened. Patterson says, yeah, I've seen the script. I know what happened. So either and or someone is lying. Okay, yes, there is something going around, right? Okay, there is a reason, right? It's a very personal reason, right? It's not my place to say. I somewhat know roughly what it is, right? Because we see tweets like this. In the future, after the film comes out, if Reeves himself ever makes it public on what he's going through, then so many of y'all are gonna look so stupid and insensitive. Right, what you gotta remember, if you're going by my Warstu G Twitter account, is I use sarcasm and satire, so you shouldn't really take what I say seriously. Like I say, it's not my place to say, but I don't think we're seeing this movie before 2028, personally. I don't know. I mean, they do start shooting movies every month of the year, but I don't know. It just depends on would Robert Pattinson want some time off, because he would literally be shooting the Christopher Nolan movie, then Dune Messiah, then go straight into Batman. Sure, he can. Like, actors literally can work year round like a normal person, right? I'm not going to put them on some omnipotent god tier level just because they, have a busy shooting schedule. Most people, I mean, I hear that Americans don't even get paid time off. I mean, let me know down below, lads, if that's true. But it is interesting because the studio head, James Gunn, likes to talk a lot, likes to yap a lot, but he's not giving any updates about the project that people care about. We know Superman's coming. We can't wait for Superman. You see what I did there with being positive, but you really, as a studio head, should be affirming and reconfirming that, yes, the Batman 2 is going to start shooting. Now, even if it doesn't start shooting till next year, it can still come out in 2027. It's the Batman movie. It doesn't really have much VFX and CGI, doesn't particularly need that much time in post. But what is interesting is someone called Jason Grohl, who he's a film senior reporter at Deadline. So he had this to say, and it is true. Little clarity. There seems to be confusion. The film will shoot this summer. He's on about the Odyssey Christopher Nolan movie. Saying it's a ensemble piece where Pattinson could shoot over in a reasonable time and have not affected Batman 2 whenever that goes into production. Sure, right? But if he's going to be the villain, he will have to shoot for a substantial amount of time. But his headline here was Robert Pattinson maybe going from the streets of Gotham to the spices of Dune to the Arrakis, as the legendary is showing a strong interest in adding the Batman star to this A-list cast. And yeah, it's going to be a star-studded cast if it's true. We're going to have, obviously, Zendaya, the main star. We're technically not. Timothée Chalamet. Jason Momoa's back. Yeah, I mean, if you read the books, you know exactly why he's back. Robert Pattinson, that is going to be a fire cast. So, yeah, I'm going to be hyperbolic in the title and say the movie's cancelled. You know, it's YouTube. It is what it is, lads. So in the news, Superman trailer is allegedly coming out on April the 18th. Ironically, that is Superman Day. And ironically, I'm going to be on holiday. So, yeah, I will post a video for sure because we are excited about it. Or I'll put something together. But, yeah, that's when everyone is saying it's coming out. It's not been specifically actually confirmed to be coming out then. Because let's be honest, lads, the fake Scooper-Duper Scoopers also said it was coming out at CinemaCon, but we didn't get that. We got footage, didn't we? So Superman, celebrate Superman Day, April the 18th. See the movie, July the 11th. Now, I get it, right? They are making a big deal about it, which is cool. But I do find it kind of funny how some people that work in Hollywood make out it's a big deal. They are really treating Superman. They're really giving him the respect he deserves. It's like, okay, let's see what energy they give it if this movie doesn't do well. I said it if it doesn't do well. So the reason why I say they should come out and talk about the DCU Batman, because there's no leg room, right, with the Batman 2, right? Even though it should already have filmed now and should have already come out now. I know what you're going to say. Oh, what happened in the world? I mean, that's BS in my opinion. You know how I'm not like any other YouTuber. I will literally speak my mind. I'm not going to cap. Realistically, this movie should already be out and we should be working on, they should be working on Batman 3 already, in my opinion. But Robert Pattinson's also in 2 other movies that are coming out this year. Die My Love. So, yeah, he's working on a bunch of projects. That's coming out later this year, which is interesting. With Jennifer Lawrence is in that supporting role. I tell you what, he's been a busy lad. He's also in a movie with Zendaya called The Drama. God, Robin Pattinson's doing a lot of freaking work. But yeah, I guess one day we'll find out the truth about why and the personal issues that Matt Reeves has allegedly got. I mean, I can't really say what I've been told because, yeah, that would be a douchebag thing to do. But who knows? Who knows? And I don't even know if what I've been told is true, to be honest. So if we're not getting the Batman in the Elseworld storyline, which has got absolutely nothing to do with the DCU, then why can't we just get the Batman Brave and Bold, which seems to be on hold now? Now, I know James Gunn said if this movie doesn't do well, then nothing's getting released, but you're shooting the Supergirl, you're shooting HBO Max's Lanterns TV series, you've got Peacemaker Season 2 coming out. So it's a bit of a lie, isn't it, lad? It is a bit of a lie. So there's no reason why they can't say, yo, Batman's actually going to be in the post-credit scene for the Superman movie. No, that was catabolic. Nah, not catabolic. That's when you start losing muscle. It's anabolics when you're building a catabolics when you're about to lose muscle. But I just find it a bit odd how there's been no new announcements about either and or. Yeah, sure, I get it. They want to push Superman for a bit, but the Batman is their most successful DC property in literal years. But you got to remember, James Gunn said The Flash was the greatest superhero movie ever. Okay, even though I'm going to be positive, I'm still going to have to troll a little bit. You know my sense of humor here. I'm not dry. I'm not stale. So that is what we've heard. The Superman trailer is coming out on the 18th. Ironically, your boy Warstu. It's a week on Friday. I will be away, but I will be in like the same time zone as America, I guess you could say, in a roundabout way, without saying anything. So, like always, let me know. Mr. Reacher himself, Alan Richardson, should don the cape and should be Batman. He is literally Batman. Don't care what people say. Batman is freaking Jack. And people say, yo, Warstu's never read a comic. I literally have a stack of 40 Batman comics right next to me. I've never read a comic. I've played every single Batman game there is. Like, I know more about Batman than a lot of y'all, but the thing is, I'm not going to preach that I'm a comic book expert like some people do. Not mention any names. I'm just, I'm not really about the comic book side of stuff because you don't need to be. I just get on the mic and spit it and like to talk about things. I just want to see a Batman live action again. Cool. It's cool. We get a new Superman. Give us a new Batman. Give us Pattinson. Give us a Batman 2. Let's freaking go. And I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.